right now I want you to think about a story that you've read. You're reading along and all of a sudden you come to a word you don't know. What do you do? What do you do when you come to that word you don't know? Think about it in your head. So when you come to those words you don't know, some people say they skip the word, some people say they just guess, some people they sound it out. I'm going to give you some strategies today that will help you when you come to a word you don't know, help you figure out what the word means. Now, on your page in front of you, looks like this. On the left side is a strategy you're going to use. The middle column is a definition of that strategy, and then the right column is an example sentence. So I need you to follow along with me as we take some notes to figure out some ways to figure out what words mean. Step number 1 is you can use a strategy called inferencing. So next to the I, you're going to write the word inference. I-N-F-E-R-E-N-C-E. It's on the screen as well. So write the word inference. The definition is you are going to use the info given by the author plus your background knowledge. So use the info given by the author and your background knowledge. Pause the video so that you can write this down. Alright, now let me show you an example sentence. I want you to write this example sentence because it will help you. So the sentence is, he gave the most amazing speech. He is so articulate. So some of you may not know what that word articulate means, so think about it. Look around the sentence and see if there's anything in there that lets you know what the word articulate might mean. Now, one thing I notice is where it says he gave the most amazing speech, articulate might go with that amazing speech. So if you give an amazing speech, what are you doing? So articulate in this case might mean a good speaker, which in fact is what it means. So right now, if you could pause the video and write down the word articulate, or the sentence. Pause the video. All right, the next one is definition. Okay, so a definition is where the meaning of the word is explained in the sentence. So somewhere in the sentence is the definition. Inference and definition are similar. Inference, a lot of it takes in background knowledge. Definition, it's more spelled out in the sentence or the sentence before it. So right now, pause the video and write down the definition of definition. The meaning of the word is explained in the sentence. Pause the video. Now an example sentence is this sentence right here. A marsh or a swamp is a wet and muggy place. So we've got this word marsh and we're trying to figure out what this means. Now the definition of a marsh is actually in that sentence. Point to where you think it is. Point to where it is in the sentence. That's right, it's right here. Swamp is a wet and muggy place. So a marsh is a wet and muggy place. So if I was looking at the definition of marsh, I would say it's a wet and muggy place. The definition is right there. Write that example sentence on your page. Pause the video. Alright, next up is example. Now, for example, an example of a word is in the sentence or a nearby sentence. Okay? So you're looking for keywords like or such as or called, known as. Those are all indicators that the definition is in there. Okay, so write this definition on there and then I'll explain it a little bit more with the example sentence. So pause the video until you get all of this written down on your page. So, the example sentence is, the decor including the peeling paint and broken lights, made the room look run down. The decor, including the peeling paint and broken lights, made the room look run down. So this word including is a key word. This lets you know that this stuff is a part of decor. So I don't know what decor means, but I know what peeling paint and broken lights are. So I'm assuming decor has something to do with some sort of decorations. And in fact, it sounds kind of like decorations. Okay? So write the example sentence down. So decor probably has something to do with these two elements. So it's giving you examples of decor in the sentence. Pause the video until you get that written down. The next one is antonym. Okay? Remember, you're filling this out on the sheet. So antonyms are words with opposite meanings. Okay? So, or different meanings. Antonym means opposite. So write that definition. Pause the video so you can write the definition. So in this case, it was hard to find the tiny store in the vast mall. So in this case, we're looking at opposites. So we're looking for the word vast, and notice vast is next to the word tiny. So if these are opposites, what is the opposite of tiny? So I'm assuming the opposite of tiny is huge, so the word vast probably means huge. So pause the video and write that example sentence down. Now synonym, if you're finding the context clues for a synonym, you need the definition of a word, and you're looking for a synonym. Synonym means words with similar meanings. Synonym and similar sound similar, or the same. So pause the video while you write down the definition of synonym, words with similar meanings. Alright, so the sun was scorching. The heat was so intense. So a synonym, so scorching, we're looking for a word that might be similar to it. So we got the word heat. I know what heat is. I may not know what scorching is, but I know heat is very hot. So scorching probably means something like that. Probably means very hot. So pause the video while you write down the example sentence. The last one is word parts. Okay? And this is probably the most helpful one. If you know parts of words, you can figure out what the bigger word means. So you are going to use all the prefixes, which are the things that come at the beginning of sentences, suffixes, the things that come at the end of sentences, and root words are those words that are in the middle that you attach the prefixes and suffixes to. So pause the video right now while you write the definition. Now, we did this one in class, but I bet his autobiography is thrilling. Autobiography is a huge word. But if we break it down into its parts, you can actually figure out what it means. Okay? So the word auto means self. Bio, this part right here, means life. And graph means to draw. So really, autobiography is a self-life drawing. Okay? Which means if you know auto means self, you can a lot of you know what a biography is. So if you just remember that auto means self, then an autobiography is a story about someone's life that they wrote about themselves. Okay? So see, I just broke it down to 3 smaller parts, and then I was able to figure out what it means. Okay, so those are context clues. Those are all different strategies you can use to figure out what words mean. So now you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6 different ways to figure out what words mean. Alright, so good job, guys. Now you can use these strategies in new words you find. Until next time, book forward and be awesome. Bye, guys.